At some point in our lives, we have to start looking at ourselves. We have to start taking accountability of the mistake, the choices, and all these things that we make in life. Even things that we say, we have to give an account to every idle word that was sent out. And I used to use this as an illustration that I was looking at this movie called Doubt years ago, and this nun made assumptions about somebody. She was talking about somebody. She didn't have concrete evidence, but she was spreading lies about someone that to come to find out that it wasn't even true. It was all exaggerated and made up. And so she the priest took her to the top of a building, and he cut a pillow open that had feathers in it, and the feathers was flying everywhere, and he told her to try to catch those feathers. She couldn't. He said, those was your words. And I made mention to a close friend of mine, and I always tell people, because when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to Rhonda, you have to watch the words that you say and how you speak over yourself. And you got to take accountability for the things that you've allowed in your life, the things that you've even done yourself, things that you think nobody know about it, but God's seen and he know. Because a lot of times we're big on exposing everything and everybody else, but we don't expose the things that we allow, the things that we've done. Because if the truth be told, and if it was a bug on the wall or a fly on the wall that could tell all the things that that was very unpleasing to God, it would put you to shame. And I said all that to say this: take accountability for yourself and the things that you say and the things that you do, how you treat people, and how you allow people to treat you. Because how you allow people to treat you, you're letting people see that and know that you don't respect yourself. I'll be back for a part 2, maybe a 3. Or maybe this may be the last one. But I just want, accountability is everything. When I start taking accountability for the things that I allowed and things that I did, healing took place. You don't have to wait to go to a psychiatrist to figure that out. You can get healing. You can bring healing to yourself. That's if you want it. You can either hold on to the old or let the old go and embrace the new. I'll be back. It's been times where I would blame different ones for things that I had encountered. Now, let me just say this to you, growing through things I went through as in my adolescent stages, and some things you didn't have control over, but it's a lot of things we do have control over. And when I began to take, I always, let me just rephrase it. I used to say I'm taking back my power. I never lost my power. Sometimes we spread our power. We give our power to other people. We give them power, and we give them control. We give them things over us. We give them power over us to say things, to do things, to, if they react the way, we react the way. If they in a bad mood, and they they saying and doing things, and because they are in their mode, they change your mode. No, that means they got control over you. But the minute that you go in and you be that thermostat, and you go in and you change the atmosphere, and you're not that thermometer, be that thermostat to where when you step into a place, you change the atmosphere. And the atmosphere don't have to be in the place where you are. It could be you, to where you're like, no, I'm not going to let that, move me. You would stop blaming other people for, for things. That's why the Bible said that we are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. And if we lose the flavor of the salt, and if you lose your light, then what else do you have? And so I come to the conclusion in life that I don't allow things and people to dictate my life, or I don't give people power to say you know, they messed up this and they messed up that, and that the abuser did this and the abuser did that. No. Uh-uh. When you learn that, when you, let me say this, when you start loving you for real and when you start respecting you for real, you will have people that come in your midst that love you for real and respect you for real, and those that don't, they will fall off. Okay? And sometimes you have to remove yourself wherever there's disrespect and disloyalty. You have to remove yourself because you don't fit in that room anymore. A lot of you are still trying to fit in rooms where you have outgrown. You know, I always say where disrespect is, that's not my place to be, you know. So you have to know where you belong and you have to know who you are. Love you enough to make some wise decisions in this season. Stop rehashing all that old stuff. That's why you're so unhealthy. When I took that glance back, every now and then you need a flashback. Sometimes that flashback, it will allow you to see how far you have come, how far you have grown, and you have to give yourself credit. Stop being so hard on yourself. It's okay every now and then to, you know, to remind yourself of certain things, and you know, not to rehash that or go back into that, in that mode that you was once in, but don't stay there. Okay? You need to understand that you are bigger than your situation. You're bigger than that problem. You're bigger than everything that you see. To you feel like an ant. You like, man, that thing is so big, I can't handle that. And God is saying, you got this. The God in you is constantly telling you, you got this. You are amazing. You got it going on, and you're the head and not the tail. The God in you keep telling you that. But then that other little voice that you've been so accustomed to, that's the one you listen to the most. The one that keep telling you that you're defeated, that's the one you listen to the most. That's the reason why you're miserable most of the time. I can guarantee you that. That's the reason why you up and down every other minute. It's like you changing back and forth, back and forth. That's a spirit, but it's not a spirit of God. And that spirit been holding you hostage because you've gotten so accustomed to it, and to you good, but you're not. Anytime your mood change, like back to back, like it's like you good one minute, the next minute you're not. You good one minute, the next minute you're not. You good one minute, the next minute you're not. That's not healthy. That's not healthy for your mind, body, nor your soul. And that's the enemy literally robbing you of your peace, robbing you of your joy, robbing you of your happiness, because the enemy know who you are. The enemy know he fears you. That's the reason why he constantly reminds you of old things, and you keep listening to it. Can I tell you to make a stand today that you're going to change the way you've been thinking about yourself and other people? Because it's robbing you. It's robbing you of your peace. It's robbing you of your joy. It's robbing you of things that the places where you're supposed to be going, you're supposed to been there, but you procrastinate a lot. You do a lot of things, then you blame other people for your procrastination. All that has to cease, and you have to take back everything. Take back everything. Take back your peace, your joy. It's there. It never went anywhere. You got to own